Nintendo waking me up on my day off for no good reason. Hey, what's going on, everyone? MONADO Max here, and today Nintendo dropped a third-party showcase Nintendo Direct. This thing has been rumored for about 2 weeks now. In fact, last week I changed my whole work schedule to make sure I had that Thursday off, since all the leakers were like, yeah, Nintendo Direct Thursday. And Nintendo Direct did not happen Thursday last week, so I had Thursday off last week for no reason. Luckily the Direct dropped, but it dropped so early this morning. Although, you know, honestly, the Direct was pretty good. We have a few things I want to highlight, but then I want to talk about what this means for the future of Nintendo and what is going on with Nintendo. Because there's a lot of reports going on right now with the Switch and the Switch 2. I figured since I don't do Switch 2 videos, we could put a little update on what's going on with the Switch 2 into this little Direct recap video. So let's go ahead and head over to our Direct recap. Now, I have notes of what I was highlighted by, what it was interesting to me. Now, this might not be interesting to you guys. You might miss something that you're like, oh, that looked pretty good in the Direct. Why didn't you mention that? I just didn't find it interesting. So that's why it's not on this list. Starting off, we had Grounded. I thought this was interesting because I was very curious to see how this game was going to look and run on the Switch, considering it is a Xbox Series X game, and it's the first official reveal from Xbox with this whole rumored Xbox Game Studios coming to Nintendo Switch. We knew Hi-Fi Rush was coming. I thought that was going to be the first game that they announced, but they announced Grounded. It's coming out April 25th, I'm pretty sure is what was said on there, and Grounded looks kind of grounded. I mean, it looks a little rough. It's something I think I will play. I don't know, we'll have to see how much it is. I think from a Switch perspective, it's interesting to see this run on the Switch. It's obviously going to be one of those games that's going to get an enhanced upgrade whenever the Switch 2 comes out, so this game's going to look better on that Switch 2. A lot of the games that we saw today are going to look way better on the Switch 2 because they're going to update these games for the Switch 2. That's probably why some of these games were still being developed for the Switch with the Switch 2 in mind since it was coming out. So if you were worried about some of these games, how they looked, it's just because the Switch 2 is about to come out and they're still making it for the Switch, and then it's going to have like a free update for Switch 2 is my prediction right there. Monster Hunter Stories, the first game, is coming to the Nintendo Switch. I thought this was pretty cool because I wanted to play Monster Hunter Stories 2. I heard a lot of people loved that game. The only thing was, it's a sequel to the first game. The first game isn't on Switch. Always thought that was really weird from Capcom, especially since the Stories thing was something that they were heavily pushing to be like a new franchise for the Monster Hunter series, but no one was able to play the first game, so no one bought the second game. But it is coming in the summer. I'm very excited for this because I really wanted to play Monster Hunter Stories. I've heard so many good things about the Stories games, and I will definitely be picking up this one during the summer. This one threw me off guard completely because I thought this series was dead, especially since due to the comments that I've seen Disney make regarding this series and some of the developers, what they've said about the series. I thought for sure this would never be happening. But we're getting Epic Mickey Rebrush. They are remaking the first Epic Mickey game, and we're seeing THQ be the ones that are developers for it, which I thought was pretty interesting. I don't think they were the ones that developed the first game. If they did, my bad, but it looks like they're handling this remake. It looked a little rough for the Switch. I'm sure for PlayStation and Xbox, assuming it's coming on there, it's going to look really good. But it's one of those things I know is going to look really good momentarily when next year when the Switch 2 comes out. Either way, I'm very excited to have this because this means if this sells well, Disney might actually make an Epic Mickey 3. And Epic Mickey, the first game, I didn't play much of the second one, but the first game was pretty special. A lot of people love the first game for a reason, and I'm very surprised this was here. Very happy though. Another one that threw me off because I just didn't see this happening for some reason was the Star Wars Battlefront collection. I don't know if this is 1 and 2 coming together, but they announced Star Wars Battlefront was coming to the Nintendo Switch, the old ones, not the new ones. I wasn't expecting them to bring the old ones for some reason. I think because I thought they would want to promote the new ones and make a new Star Wars Battlefront rather than promote the old ones, since that's kind of what people wanted. And they wouldn't make as much money off an old one compared to a new one. But it's coming to the Switch with online capability, which I thought was super impressive. Now, I know limited run handles a lot of these Star Wars releases, so I hope this means that we're going to get a physical release of these games, because that's going to be even more crazier if we see that come physically to the Switch or just all consoles like that. I think that was a pretty exciting announcement. I hope now that they got Star Wars Force Unleashed 1, I hope we can see Force Unleashed 2. That'd be really the last big Star Wars game we need out of these re-releases off the top of my head. South Park came out of nowhere. I think it's crazy that we have South Park in a Nintendo Direct. Coleman did his impression of Cartman pretty much the whole time that the trailer was playing. I just feel like the game looks pretty good for a Switch game. There was a few frame rate drops from the trailer, but I think it looks pretty good for a Switch game. I don't know much about what's going on with that game. I won't be picking it up. I just think it looks good for the Switch. They announced the brand new Super Monkey Ball game, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. It is coming to the Nintendo Switch June 25th. I assume it's going to be coming to other consoles, but it's a brand new game with online capabilities. Like, it got a battle system on there for like 20 people. I thought that looked pretty cool. This is probably one I will pick up if my other friends pick it up, because it seems like we're all kind of interested in it. Comes out while I'm at too many games though, so that should be interesting. World of Goo 2, I don't know if I missed this. I know this was revealed at the Game Awards last year, but it's a Switch exclusive. I was like, what? I don't think that was revealed at the Game Awards last year. I could be wrong, but it's a Switch console exclusive. That's a pretty big deal, considering how big that game is for a lot of people. I just thought that was pretty interesting. I put this down here because I thought it looked pretty good. Everyone in the call that I was with was making fun of this game, but I thought this looked good. Another Crab's Treasure. I don't know why I was like, oh, this looks pretty good. Looks good for Switch. It runs perfect for Switch. It looks like the ocean version of Dark Souls. It's the Dark Souls games. It's the Dark Souls of ocean games is what it looked like. I don't know. It looked pretty cool to me. I think I'll be picking that one up. I thought it looked really, really good. It got voice acting in there too. Looks like it could be a weird, goofy game. Something that could be very interesting to stream with. So I've been streaming a lot. So come on to our streams. That's kind of an advertisement to our live streams. Pocket Card was announced. I don't have anything other to say. It's a Game Freak game. They're back to making third-party games. It's coming to Switch. Looks horrible. Literally frame rate drops in the trailer. Major frame rate drops. I don't have anything to say. We got Pokemon Day next week. You guys excited for that? Pentiment is coming out tomorrow for the Switch. I've been told this is a really good game. It's just not my type of game, in all honesty. Out of all the Xbox games they could have brought to the Switch, this is not one I would have been like, oh, bring this immediately. I think there's other things they could have brought, but it's coming to Switch tomorrow. And then they end the Direct off with Endless Oceans coming to the Switch in May 2nd. Now, the thing that I'm interested in, I'm pretty sure Endless Ocean is a first-party Nintendo property. So the fact that this was in a partner showcase specifically with third-party games, I thought that was interesting. I don't know if Nintendo hired a third-party company to make Endless Oceans, the remake, and that's why it's coming to Switch. At least I think it was a remake. I kind of forgot what they said at the end. All my friends were making fun of it as I was like, oh, this looks like a really good game. Endless Oceans is coming, though, May 2nd. Looks really good. Looks very peaceful. As someone that goes through a lot of things, I think that game could look very peaceful to play. I will be picking that one up. I just think it's interesting that it's a Nintendo game at a partner showcase. I'm wondering if it's a third party like Bandai. You know, Bandai likes to make a lot of Nintendo games now. So that was the Direct. For it to be a third party showcase, I feel like we got a lot. I thought it was a pretty decent Direct considering it was only a third party showcase, because a lot of the times when you have third party games into a regular Direct, it's a lot of filler. And a lot of what we saw today I felt like was some pretty big hits. So for a third party showcase, I'd give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10, in all honesty. I don't think it's as good as the last partner showcase that we got back in 2022, but I think it's still good. I thought it was very good. But let's talk about what's going on with Nintendo. So what now, Nintendo? What's next? We don't know what's happening after Princess Peach. Well, I guess Endless Ocean is May 2nd, but there's a lot of things going on with the Switch right now. The leak community has gone absolutely crazy. You know, they got the Direct wrong, so a lot of people has lost a lot of credibility over the last few weeks. It's been interesting to see. This is why I don't cover leaks on this channel anymore unless I know for sure something that's giving me the vibes that this is happening. Because the Direct was supposed to be last week according to leaks. But the Nintendo Switch 2 was supposedly supposed to be announced next month in March. Now they're being told that Nintendo has told third-party developers to have their games ready by March of 2025. So there has been a delay for the Nintendo Switch 2, supposedly due to the leaks. To me, it sounds like these leakers are wrong, so they're just trying to make something into a very believable cause of why the Direct or the Switch 2 has not been announced yet. I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know what's going on with that. It should be relatively interesting to see what's going on. Now there's reports that an actual regular Nintendo Direct is happening in April with a reveal of the Switch 2 happening in June. Now, I did say a reveal for the June makes sense. I've been saying that since last year. I think Nintendo's going to do their own big presentation with the Nintendo Live. That's the big thing that they started last year. I think they're going to incorporate that into the Switch 2 reveal where fans can be there at the grand reveal. That's what I'm expecting to happen in June, around the time that the Summer Games Fest happens. That's my prediction. We'll see what ends up happening. I don't think another Direct's happening, though. Another Direct doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I guess if the Switch is going through this year, because now this year is only going to be Nintendo Switch. It's not going to be a new console. Nintendo's got to pump out games for the rest of the year. I've always said we're just going to see remasters and remakes after Princess Peach. This could be the time that they bring stuff like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD over to the Switch. A lot of possibilities there. I think we're going to see some things that we definitely weren't expecting to come out for the Switch this year, due to the Switch 2 supposedly being delayed. Which means the Switch 2, or by the time the Switch 2 comes out, the Switch would have lasted 8 years. That's a pretty incredible lifespan to have. I don't know what's going on with Nintendo though, because we don't really know what's happening this year still. We still don't have a release date for Luigi's Mansion 2 and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Supposedly Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is done due to it already gotten a ESRB or rating. So it seems like Nintendo's sitting on finished games, which is a very obvious thing for them to do. They've been doing that for years now. They had Pikmin 3 done for such a long time for the Switch, and they just decided to randomly announce it and have it come out. I think this could be the same thing happening here for the Switch. For this year, we're going to see random games like that. We just don't know what their plan is. We don't know what's going on, Nintendo. This Direct was supposed to answer our questions. At least a lot of people thought it was going to answer our questions, but then it ended up being a partner showcase. Lots going on with Nintendo right now. I don't know what's happening next. All I know is that my bed looks very comfortable because Nintendo woke me up so early this morning. So I think I'm done talking. I want to know what you guys are thinking. What do you guys think of the partner showcase? What do you think's happening with Nintendo? What's next for Nintendo? What do you guys see ideally happening? Do you still believe the leaks and rumors right now? This is why I haven't covered Switch 2 videos on this channel, because they're all over the place. So, I mean, another YouTuber out there was promoting the fact that GameStop employees told him that Switch 2 pre-orders would be happening last week at GameStop. I think you guys know the YouTuber I'm talking about at this point, but the Switch 2 stuff is getting ridiculous. Like, it's actually getting ridiculous with the stuff that people are doing to make videos. Don't worry guys, I'm not gonna do a Switch 2 video unless there's something very concrete out there. Anyways, I have been talking for way too much. Make sure to backslash that subscribe button, like the video, check out my Twitter, check out my Instagram, check out our YouTube streams that we've been doing. We've been doing them every Sunday night, but we're trying to incorporate twice a week right now. They've been very fun. A lot of people have been enjoying them. And yeah, become a MONADO Marine. $5 a month. Helps out the channel a lot. Especially with me losing hours of my job, we could use some new Marine members. But if not, that's okay. That's okay. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.